Hey, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we're going to be doing a couple of things, actually. We're going to be coming up with this look after I shop my stash. So I did a video like this where I shopped my stash probably 2 months ago, something like that. And I picked a bunch of products, way too many. And I had a lot of trouble using those products because I was buying a bunch of newer stuff at the time. So what I'm doing in this video is recapping my thoughts on the products that I pulled, decluttering some of those, pulling another set of products for this Shop My Stash, and then creating a look. So if that sounds interesting to you, please be sure to stick around. If you're just now stumbling across my channel and you enjoy beauty content, you like watching new makeup reviews, hauls, Shop My Stash, empties, all kinds of videos. I've done lots of different content here on my channel. If you like that kind of stuff, please be sure to hit that subscribe button before you leave today. Ring the notification bell so you don't miss future uploads. Let's get into this Shop My Stash. Okay, so this is the lineup of everything that I picked for my most recent Shop My Stash. And again, I didn't get really good use out of a lot of it just because I bought so many newer products and I was busy testing out and trying those things. However, I'm not overly thrilled to dip into everything that you see sitting in front of me just because it's been sitting there and I have reached for some of it. I'm ready to refresh, so all of this is going back into the makeup collection. We're going to pick a brand new set of products today. Let's get into the things first that I'm decluttering. So, first and foremost, this is the Vanish Seamless Finish Foundation from Hourglass. I've never cared for this. It just settles into all my fine lines and wrinkles. It'll cling to any kind of texture that you have. This is more so a foundation that's good for maybe younger skin, you know, skin without fine lines and wrinkles and texture and pores, if there is such a thing. I've never cared for it, and I'm done with trying to get it to work, so this is going. The other product that I'm going to have to get rid of, whoops, this is the Ysl Touchy Cloth. I just realized that it expired in October of 2019. I'm glad I decided not to put this on my face this past month, so that's going to get the boot as well. I'm not sure what else I'm decluttering, so let's just move forward. This is the Bounce Liquid Longwear from Beauty Blender. I like this foundation. It's okay. It's just the wrong tone, so I use it as a mixer. Not going anywhere. And then this is the Healthy Foundation from Physicians Formula. This is a really beautiful, like glow, not really glowy, but more of a natural finish type of foundation. I really do like this, and I did get some use out of it. And then last but not least with foundations is my Huda Beauty Stick Foundation, and I do like this. I just haven't gotten any extra use out of it here lately, so regardless, like I said, it's going back into the collection for now. We got blushes. I've got two from M Cosmetics. We've got Faded Clementine, and then we have Magic Hour. Faded Clementine, just really beautiful, like bronzy, kind of orange tinged, and then this one is more of like that pinky nude. They're both really beautiful. I did get some use out of Faded Clementine. I don't think I dipped into Magic Hour, but you know, they're not going anywhere. We're just putting them back. I also had pulled the CoverGirl True Blend in So Flushed. This one's really beautiful. It's a bright, like orangey, like an orange red. Like, look at that. It's stunning, but I don't think I got any use out of it. You know, it is what it is. The Revlon Skin Lights. This one is in the shade Sunlit. This is such a beautiful and underrated bronzer. It's very bronzy, like, not shimmery, but it's got that sheen, you see it? And it does look really beautiful on the skin. I'm not going to keep it in this rotation, but I do really enjoy this bronzer. We have concealers. The e.l.f. Creamy Camo. Is it? Nope, this is the regular camo. It's okay. I didn't get any use out of it this past rotation, but we're not going to get rid of it. And then the Kylie Concealer. I think I'm finally going to give this one the boot. I don't know why I bought it. I feel like I bought it because it was on sale, and I was like, ooh, you know, it's on sale, let's get it. It's just not good. It's a little bit drying. It doesn't do anything special for me for the under eyes, so we'll get rid of that one. And then this is the Huda Beauty Overachiever Concealer. You know, I bought the lightest shade in this one. I don't remember if it was because the other ones were sold out or if it was because I thought that this was going to be my shade. Y'all, I have a really bad habit of thinking that I'm like Casper the Ghost White, okay? And I'm pretty light-skinned, don't get me wrong, but I'm not that light-skinned, okay? So trying to get this to work on my skin tone has been a frickin' nightmare. What do I want to do here? Do I want to keep that for anything? Like, look at that. What am I supposed to do with that? Honestly. It's way off. Like, that is stark white. There's no need. You know what? Let's get rid of that. I don't think I've used it maybe twice since I bought it. And I've had it for like a year and a half. So, ew, I just made a big old mess with it too. Gross. There's no sense in me keeping something like that. It's so pointless. Decluttered. Ew, and it stinks. I think it's going bad. Alright, and then we have the e.l.f. Poreless Potty Primer. Y'all remember how special this one was. Everybody had to have it. And I did not use it this rotation. I wanted to, because I've heard so many people rave about this primer, and I just don't see it. And I do have brand new ones, like 2 more unopened ones that I haven't used yet. Because I got them in a subscription box or wherever. I can't even remember where I got the other one from. So, I'm not going to get rid of it. I do want to get some more use out of it. Had I tried it this past month, and if I didn't like it, I would be decluttering it right now, but I didn't try it. So, it's gonna live to see another day. This is the Melt Blush Light in Nevermore, and it's just a shimmery, like, blush topper. It's okay. I just haven't been overly thrilled to try it, or to use it. It's just like a shimmery, see it? Shimmery. Shiny. I'm not gonna get rid of it, because I haven't even used it yet. Like, at all. Not even once. Shameful. This is the ColourPop Super Shock Cheek in Seismic. Now, I bought this because I think... Was this part of the Raw Beauty Kristi collab? I cannot remember. But I bought it because I thought it was going to be really beautiful, and it is. But it's just one of those products that looks good in theory. Like, look how shiny. I don't know if I can get it to... It's super shiny. There it is. Like, look at that. Ooh. But it's also super glittery, and I'm just not a big fan of having, like, glitter all over my cheeks. Like, look at that. Focus. Yeah. It's very glittery. Not to mention, these don't last very long at all. A couple more months and it'll be dried out and powdery and gross. That's been my experience with these types of products from ColourPop. So, like, part of me really wants to just declutter this. Should I? Maybe I can use it as an eyeshadow. Listen to me. I'm gonna hang on to that for now. Next up is the Lancome Absolute Powder. I didn't use it this month. It is not the right shade for me. It's very peachy. So I'm always hesitant to use it. But, you know, I am going to use it in the future because this mug is not cheap. Okay. This is the Ultralite Velvet Foundation from Chanel. I bought this probably 4 or 5 months ago, maybe a little bit longer. I tried it one time and I didn't like the way it was laying down on my skin. And I don't know if it was because of the primer. I don't know if it was because... I don't know what the hell it was. But I never tried it again. And I still haven't tried it. So that's got to stay. I really need to try that. It's not an inexpensive foundation. I have problems, y'all. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I'm trying to be quick and I'm stumbling over my words here. This one, first of all, when it arrived to me, it was all busted, so we had to press it back in the pan. By we, I mean me. My daughters used this a bunch, and I've used it quite a bit as well, but she's really the one that got the most use out of this. I did not use it this past month, though. I really should just retire this and buy a brand new one. Should I? No, we'll hang on to it. We'll hang on to it for right now. Oh my goodness. This is a blush stick from All Natural. It's in the shade pink. What is it? Grapefruit? Just grapefruit. And it's a really pretty color. Like, it's this shimmery kind of like pink color. But this is just not the type of product that I reach for a whole lot. It's got quite the stiff formula. It's not very creamy, like, at all. So I don't know if it's because it's going bad, which is probably the case because it's older in my collection. So I'm just going to get rid of this. Okay, next up in here is the Too Faced. This is old as dirt. This is their Cocoa Powder Foundation. And I really like this one. It's very smoothing. Like, very smoothing. That's pretty gross. It smells like cocoa, like chocolate. And it just feels so silky soft. So I would recommend, like, I don't even know if they still sell this one, but if you're looking for a powder that's really smoothing and smells beautiful, I really like this one. I just didn't get any use out of it this time around. I don't use powder foundations that much anymore, guys. Next up, we got some highlighters from Kaleidos. These are definitely not getting decluttered. I have Mars Melter, which I did not use because it's just very glittery. Like, it's beautiful, but it's like red and glittery, or pink and glittery, whatever. Like, look how beautiful that is. I just didn't use it. And then Space Age Prophecy. This is one of my all-time favorite highlighters that I have in my collection, just because it's a beautiful multi-chrome, and it is an actual multi-chrome. Like, you can kind of see it in the pan there, but it shifts green and pink and just all kinds of colors. Like, look at the rainbow. The orange, the red, you see it? Like, holy Moses, it is stunning. Like, you can see the whole rainbow. Oh my gosh. I get so excited over that kind of stuff. But yeah, she is not going anywhere. I don't think I used it this time around, but I love it. I love it so much. It's just got to be used with a certain kind of look, you know? You don't really want to throw that on the cheeks if you got a neutral makeup look, or at least I don't. Okay, and then we have the Too Faced Peach Perfect Setting Powder. This is one of my favorite setting powders, or at least it used to be. I didn't use it this time around just because the most time that I did my makeup was during work days, and I usually use my Huda Beauty because it's bulletproof and it's sweat-proof and all that crap. And this is very smoothing and it smells nice, but it doesn't make my makeup last quite as long as my Huda Beauty, so I didn't get any use out of it this time around, but it is still fantastic. And then we have the Milk Bronzer in Baked. I did not use that. And then we have the Tarte Blush in Party Dress. This is such a beautiful blush. It's more like a terracotta. It's very pretty. I just didn't use it. All this crap, I mean, who would have time to use it? Then we have some primers. I've got the Farsali Skin Tune Blur. I think I used that once. I've got the First Aid Beauty Coconut Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. I used that once. I did not use the Too Faced Primed and Peachy. This one is old. Like, old. Like, back when I first started getting into makeup, old. So I'm going to declutter that one. Charlotte Tilbury. This massive monster bronzer here. I did not use this one either. I don't really care for the tone of this one. I wish I would have bought a different shade. I think this one's in light. This one's in number 2. Number 2. And it's just not my favorite tone. It's got a very much so has like an orange tint to it. So I didn't use it, but, you know, that one's very pricey, so it's not going nowhere. We're gonna get some use out of it eventually. Just not this round. I love the Tarte Park Avenue Princess Chisel Palette. I've used this one so much just ever since I got it. I really didn't need to pull it into a Shop My Stash, but I did because I love using it. Looking a little beat up, like, Lord have mercy. Can't have nothing nice. My favorite shades are these two right here, Princess Cut and Carrot. Actually, I like Angle as well. This one just got, that's a casualty. I'm not really sure how that happened. But it smells really good, like chocolate. It's a beautiful, like, chiseling, bronzing, contouring palette, so I love it. It's definitely not going anywhere. I just didn't get a whole lot of use out of it this time around. I think I did use Princess Cut. And then back here, we have some mascaras. The Bite Mascara is very chunky. It's not bad per se, it's just hella chunky. Like, I don't know, guys. Do I want to keep this? I'm going to keep it for now. I didn't use it at all. Like, not one time. And then we have the Il Maquillage. This one's much different. This one's got like your traditional type of wand. I know that those are still good. The Bite and the Il Maquillage. They're not old or outdated, so I'm not going to... And actually, the Wander Beauty one is too, so I'm definitely not going to declutter any of those. I just didn't get any use out of them. You guys sick of hearing me say that yet? Okay. Then we have a bunch of palettes. I've got a couple of like, face palettes. We got the Jaclyn Highlighter Palette. I think this one is the Flash. I actually really enjoyed this highlighter palette. It's nice. It's got some really beautiful baked highlighters in here. And they go really well with my skin tone, so it's not going anywhere. But I don't think I used it. I haven't used highlighter much at all, actually, over the past couple months, just because of the stupid masks. Now that they're lifting the mask ban and I'm almost fully vaccinated, we'll get more use out of some highlighters. And then we got one more face palette. This is from Jouer. Really beautiful. Don't think I used it. And then all of these eyeshadow palettes. I did not use the Menage a Moi from ColourPop. I just didn't. Again, with all of the eyeshadows I've been buying, I haven't had time to. I did not use Sweet Talk. This used to be one of my favorite palettes. ColourPop's not exactly a favorite formula of mine anymore. And I don't hate it, but I feel like their quality declines rather quickly. This is ColourPop's collab with Kathleen Lights and Dream Street. Don't know why I said it like that. Didn't use that. We got Baby Gap Peach, and I'm not getting rid of any of these, by the way. I think what I'm going to do here soon is depot a lot of these. Didn't use this one. I have problems. I did, however, use my Huda Beauty, I think a couple times. This is Mercury Retrograde. How did I forget that? Really beautiful palette. I love some of the finishes in here. The formulas are really nice. So I did get some use out of that one. I also got some use out of my Pistachio palette from BH Cosmetics. God, just such amazing quality in their Sweet Shop collection. So, love that. I don't think I used the Be Perfect Carnival 3 at all. Like, look at all these amazing colors, though. Look how stunning. Definitely not going to get rid of it. And then this is the Morphe. I can't believe I pulled. Why did you guys let me pull all this? The 35M. I was swatching some of these shimmers earlier, and I was a little surprised at how good they were. So I'm not going to get rid of it. But I didn't use it at all. I also did not use the Jaclyn Hill palette volume number 2 with Morphe. This one also has some really nice tones in it. So that was a quick recap of all of the stuff I pulled for this most recent Shop My Stash. Like, how ridiculous. I'm not doing that anymore. And then this is the little pile of products that we're going to go ahead and get rid of. Just because I'm not impressed with them anymore. Or they're expired. Okay, let's start over here with my primers. Again, I'm only going to pull a couple. And typically I like to use a mattifying primer. So, like, this is the one I would use on an everyday basis. So, obviously, I'm not going to pull that one. I'm going to pull the One Size primer, the Secure the Blur. This is really nice from, you know, the little bit of experience that I have with it, but I'd like to get some more use out of it. So let's pull that one. What else do I want to pull? One more. We're not getting crazy with it this time. And I think I want to pull my Skin Love from Becca. Did I already pull this recently? Why do I feel like I did? Let's try something I know I haven't used in a long time. You know what? Let's pull the little sample of Tatcha. Why not? Okay, that's that. Let's move on down to my concealers and other odds and ends drawer. There's so many in here that I forget about. I need to go through and declutter this. Badly. Really badly. Well, I haven't used, I just caught a glimpse of the, hold on, the Benefit Boeing Cakeless Concealer. I haven't used that in a while, I don't think, so I'm going to pull that one. And we need one more. Yeah, I really need to go through and get rid of a lot of these. A lot of these I just don't use anymore. Whether that be because they're expired or whatever. You know, have I ever used the Nude Sticks? This one's supposed to be, I think, like a light coverage. I'm going to pull this one. You know, something else I'd like to get at least a little bit of use out of is the Rcma concealer and foundation palette. I bought this probably a year and a half ago and never used it. I bought it based on Tati's recommendation. I'm going to pull it. I'm going to make myself use this at least once. Alright, that's all I'm going to pull for that drawer. Next up is going to be the powder drawer. Again, I have to go through my entire collection and declutter, honestly. Something's leaking. There's powder everywhere. I'm going to pull Dior. I know this is newer, but I do want to get more use out of it, so I'm going to pull that. You know what? Let's pull the One Size powder as well. I actually really like this one. Venturing down into the bronzers and contour drawer. There's a lot going on in here. I just recently bought this one, the Nars Cream Bronzer in Laguna, and I haven't gotten, I think I used it maybe once or twice. Hello. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this one. Alright, we need one more bronzer. That was a cream, so we're going to grab a powder. There's the Laguna Bronzer, the powdered version. I don't need both. I want to grab something that I don't use a whole lot. I'm going to pull my Hourglass Bronzer. This one runs a little bit too warm for me, which is why I don't use it a whole lot. But maybe if I use something else in conjunction with it, it won't be as bad. So let's pull that. Actually, let's pull this, and I'm gonna break the rules and pull one more. I feel like maybe if I use these two in conjunction with each other, it'll balance out the warmth, because this one is a lot more cool toned. And maybe between the two, it won't be as bad. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. That's the Bare Minerals Endless Summer Bronzer in Faux Tan. Should I pull a palette too? God, I love this natural face palette from Too Faced. I'm pulling it. I don't care. Last but not least, my beloved blush drawer. I always pull creams and I never use them. I need to start using them. I'm going to pull the bronzer because I haven't gotten enough use out of that yet. So let's pull that. I want to also get some more use out of my LYS blush because she's pretty. I've used it once. Whoops. Throwing stuff. Not doing too shabby so far. I don't ever use this one, the Orgasm Blush from Nars. Let's pull that one. It's been a while. Alright, let's take a little trip over this way. This is the highlighting drawer. There's a lot going on in here, guys. Oh my god. Like I said, I haven't been using any highlighters here lately, so if you hear sounds in the background, my daughter's out there watching TV. It's her last day of school. Well, it was her last day of school. Okay, what have I not used in a while? Everything. Everything. It's so hard to pull a highlighter just because you never know. I don't know, like I like to match my highlighter to my look. Okay. I actually really like this one. It just like fell apart on me. Maybe we'll use that one. It's IBY's Radiant Glow. This one is also by IBY and it's called Private Jet. This one's really beautiful as well. Okay, I'm gonna stop fooling around here. Let's take Star Surfer. This one I think is like an iridescent pink. Yes. Let's pull that. And let's pull one more. Let's pull one that's more of like a nude shade. That way I can wear it with whatever. I really love the Iced Out highlighter from ABH. I'm gonna pull that. You know what? I'm gonna pull one more. I know I'm getting crazy with it. I'm gonna pull one more. Something that's gonna be a little bit more toned down, I think. I'm gonna pull this one. This one is Becca's Shimmering Skin Perfector in Moonstone. It's just more of that, I don't want to say natural, but yeah, it's definitely not glittery. It's just not overly done. It can look really natural, so let's pull that one. Jeez Louise. Okay, going down to this drawer is single shadows for one. These are ones that I created. Well, kind of. Move that out of the way. This is like face palettes and whatnot, and I don't get enough use out of this stuff at all. Like, nowhere near the use I should be getting out of it. I think I'm going to pull the Scott Barnes blush palette because I haven't used it in a really long time. Not a really long time, but long enough. I'm going to pull that. God, I haven't used a lot of this stuff in a while. I think I'm going to pull this Ofra Mini Mix palette. I got it in a BoxyCharm, I believe, and I only used it that one time. Pretty sure. And it's got bronzer, it's got, you know, blush, it's got the highlight in the middle. I'm going to go ahead and pull this one. Man, I can't wait to declutter all this crap. Or, not crap, you know what I mean. So this drawer is full of single shadows, for one. I put all of my Terra Moons in this book of shadows from Colored Rain. Oh my god, this is like my favorite book ever. Like, look at that. So stunning. It's too hard for me to pull single shadows because I have so many of them. Do I want to pull anything from in here? I kind of don't. No, I'm not pulling nothing from in there. Oh, mascara. I'm only going to pull 2. I don't know what's expired and what's not. That's a shame. I'm going to pull They're Real, the Magnet Mascara. I actually didn't mind this one that bad. Let's pull that. I'm in the middle of decluttering all this stuff too, so this is going to get a lot easier here soon when I get rid of over half my mascaras. I'm also going to pull my Essence Lash Princess because I don't ever use this anymore, and it's actually a fantastic mascara. Okay, now we have to come over here and pull foundations, and you guys know me. I mean, well, if you've been here for a while, you do, but if you don't, I like to mix foundations a lot just because I have so many, so it's easier for me to try to get through them if I just mix them. I haven't used the Too Faced Matte Foundation in a while. I got it. You could see it's about down to here, so yeah, I only used it a handful of times. I'm going to pull that one. That's kind of what's good about these Shop My Stash sessions is I can go through, try different things I haven't tried in a while, and then just declutter what I'm not using or what I don't like anymore. I'm also going to pull, what is this? The Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation, their glowy one. Is that? Ew, it needs a good shake. With foundations, that's why I like to pull at least a couple, like 3 or 4, because I'm going to mix them more often than not. You know what? I think I pulled this in a Shop My Stash not too long ago, and then I just never used it. Did I do that? I don't remember. All my Shop My Stashes are kind of running together now. I'm going to pull that one. One more. Let's pull the Tarte Face Tape. This is not a favorite foundation of mine. Actually, I almost decluttered it a couple times. This is going to be the final determination. If I don't like it after this round, it's going to get the boot. So, there's the lineup, guys. Alright, so this drawer is full of stuff that I either haven't gotten enough use out of, it's brand new, or it's overflowed because I didn't know where else to put it. So in other words, it's a hodgepodge. I'm going to pull my Kaleidos Flowerpunk Palette because I've only used it once and I want to get some more use out of it. I'm also going to pull the Midas and Basic B palette. This is their Perception palette. I haven't used this one at all. Oh, look, there it is. How cool is that? I like that. Anyway, I haven't used it at all, so obviously I need to use this one. I also have not used the Pastel Dreams from Give Me Glow. It's ridiculous. So we're going to pull her. She's so pretty. And then I recently also grabbed the Serenity palette from Menagerie. This is their collaboration with Annette's Makeup Corner. And I need to do one more look with it so I can upload my video. But yeah, there's that. So those are the palettes I'm going to pull. Oh god, I also haven't used this one. My daughter used this one, but I haven't. This is the Heathland palette from Glam Shop. It's got a holographic shade in the middle. Look at that. Let's pull this one too. Again, these are all newer palettes, so I need to get some use out of them. I need to finish my review. So I don't think it'll be too hard to get through these. So we've got 5. I wanted to pull 4 and we pulled 5. Ooh, I'm going to pull this Tower 28 Gloss because I also haven't used this yet. So these are the products that I'm going to try to focus on for the next month and a half or so. And then when I get tired of using them or I feel like I've used them enough, I'll put them back and we'll go through and do another Shop My Stash. So now let's play.